Hey guys, um, you know, basically, the Oklahoma game can. I mean, you don't even have to watch the Oklahoma game. You can watch the Arkansas game, and it's basically the same thing. Same white helmets, same showing up for about a quarter, same turnover for a touchdown, same disappearing act afterwards. It was disappointing. I mean, and you can just look at the Arkansas video really for my review on this game. Wasn't very impressed with much of anything. I don't think Gerard really had a great game. Defense was absolutely lost. I mean, after the K State game, I busted into Nolan Cromwell, and really, we need to kind of look at Joe Kynes or maybe the positional coaches at linebacker or secondary. I mean, I understand these are kids. Kyle Mangan, the middle linebacker, he's a redshirt freshman. The oldest guy at the linebacker spot is a junior, Von Miller. And in the secondary, the safeties are okay. Trent Hunter and Jordan Pugh have done a decent job. The corners have been absolutely shredded, and I understand that's tough to be a freshman corner playing Oklahoma, Texas Tech, and in about a week and a half, Texas. I understand that's tough, but at the same time, it almost looks like they're lost completely. It's a tough loss. The offensive line, after, I mean, even playing well against Colorado, they had their cold moments. After 2.5 really good weeks of offensive line work, did not do anything against Oklahoma. And obviously, Oklahoma is a better defensive line unit than Texas Tech. They are, they're better than Iowa State. They're better than Colorado. But at the same time, I mean, it's disappointing. It really is. After you've played really 3 weeks of good offensive line to just go out and lay an egg, it's really tough to watch that. Um, Next week we got Baylor. That's a winnable game. It's at home. It will probably be the game to decide bowl eligibility because if we didn't play well against Oklahoma, what do you think we're going to do against Texas? Admittedly, they don't have as good of a running game, and it is really our bowl game outside of probably the Texas Bowl, which we'll be playing in. But Texas is basically Oklahoma plus on defense. So if you thought it was bad for Gerard to get the ball off this week, if you thought it was bad for Cyrus and Kristen to run the ball this week, wait a week and a half from now. I mean, it's disappointing, but the first quarter and a half, we played good football. We did throw the ball semi well. Jeff Fuller had that nice touchdown catch, and it was a good throw by Gerard. The defense, they bent, but they didn't break. They played pretty well. Admittedly, Landry Jones isn't Sam Bradford. We made him look like Sam Bradford, but admittedly, Landry Jones is not at the level of Sam Bradford, at least not yet. But still, to play Oklahoma, to play against DeMarco Murray, to play against that talent and keep them relatively off the board for a quarter and a half before, absolutely disappearing, that's a positive. And I'm trying my damnedest for positives here because this game wasn't very good. Um, other A&M news, I guess. Number 16, Texas A&M women's basketball knocked off number 6 Duke. I was at that game, and I was really impressed. Although Duke really didn't shoot that well from the floor, so I wonder if the 18-point spread was a little bit inflated. But I'll take it. It's a great first win for women's basketball. All right, guys. Thanks and gig 'em. I'll see y'all for the Baylor preview probably in a couple days because I'll be celebrating my birthday over the weekend. And God, is football season so bad that I have to talk about women's basketball this early?